In this video, we're looking at the brand new drone by DJI, this tiny DJI NEO. So I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, what is this DJI NEO? What is it all about? I certainly was. Well, to put it in context, if the DJI Mini 4 Pro, the DJI Avata 2 and the Hover X1 were all to have a child, it would actually be something like this. The DJI NEO is a mashup, a mix of all of these, but it also brings its own unique features. But with all of this, the actual price point of this is fantastic. So first off, this is not going to be a replacement to your mini drones. It certainly is not a DJI Mini 5 Pro, as the rumors were saying. It's also not going to be a replacement to the DJI Avata 2 either. Again, a completely different drone. This is a direct competitor to the Hover X1 drone. Both share similar features, but as you'll see, the NEO has a lot more features as well. Now, to say this drone is small, I'm not kidding. It's absolutely tiny, easily palm sized, and I've been testing this when I was away. I was actually just putting this inside of my shorts pocket or in the smallest of bags, making this super convenient to take with you. This is much smaller than the DJI mini drones, and especially compared to like the Air series or the Mavic series, it is crazy the amount of technology that you have packed into this. And the DJI NEO weighs just 135 grams, making it the lightest and smallest drone that DJI make. Now on the top of the drone, you've got the power button, and at the front, you've got this dial here, this menu button. Now, every time you select this, you're going to get to access different modes, different flight modes, without the need for a controller or using the DJI Fly app. So you can simply put this onto your palm, and you can select one of the different quick shots. You can also select the follow modes and the tracking modes, all by just clicking this one button. The drone will then take off automatically. It will then do the quick shot and then also fly back to you, landing back on your hand. So that said, you don't actually need to use this with any controller. This makes it really convenient and like a perfect selfie drone, a drone that you can take with you all the time for getting these quick shots. But that's what we saw quite similarly on the Hover X1 as well. But as you'll see, the DJI drone, it goes much further than that. And if you do enjoy tech and drone content, please consider subscribing. Around about 18% of you who watch these videos are subscribers. If we can get that to 20%, that would be awesome. And if you enjoy any part of this video, just hit that like button. It really does help out get this video to more places. Let's get back into the DJI NEO. Now, I will definitely get into the spec on this drone in a second, but I want to talk about some of the different control methods on here and what I think is the coolest thing about this. Now, just cast your mind back a few years. You might not have been old enough, you might not have heard about this drone, but I had the DJI Spark. This was quite a similar small drone, but the ability with that is that you was able to control it with both a controller, but also your phone as well. And you can now do that with the DJI NEO. So as we've just seen, you can actually control this without the need for any different controllers, just by using this button on the top of it to get different quick shots and follow tracking modes, all without the need for any controller. But you can also control this with both the DJI N3 controller, which is a new controller now. This supports OcuSync 4. It's also lighter and it's cheaper as well than the DJI N2 controller. So with this controller, you put your phone into the top of it and use the DJI Fly app. So then you have full control of that DJI NEO using these flight sticks. And you can use photos, videos, quick shots. It's also got tracking, including spotlight as well. You're also going to get a much further distance when using a dedicated controller like this. Now, if you do have the DJI N2 controller, that will also work on the DJI NEO as well via a firmware update. But what I really like is the ability that you can now not use this controller. You can literally just turn up, take your DJI NEO, your phone's probably going to be in your pocket, and you can completely control the DJI NEO through the DJI Fly app on your phone. And this really is what I've been enjoying using the most. Say you don't want to take a controller with you, just want to take your drone. You're going to have your phone with you anyway in your pocket, and you can take the smallest of batteries that come with the DJI NEO. And this is when I've been away, I've been using this system the most, and it actually works really, really well. So on the DJI Fly app, this connects via Wi-Fi directly to the DJI NEO. So then you can actually access all the features that I've just shown you, like the quick shots mode. So you can go onto here and you can actually select one of the different quick shots, and the drone will then fly away doing these quick shots all automatically. You can also see on the screen exactly what that drone camera is seeing as well, directly through this live feed on your phone. And it's great when it's tracking you as well, because you can select the different tracking modes. You can be walking like I'm doing here. I can also see on my phone just by glancing down where that drone is and how it's tracking me. Is it framed right? Do I want to actually change to a different position? All from my phone as well. You can also access the quick shots from here, like Droney, Helix and Circle. Quick shots that you're used to. You can customize these within the DJI Fly app in relation to the actual distance it's going to fly away from you. Also, you've got a new mode called Intelligent Follow. This is where the drone is actually going to track you from behind, and it keeps you centered in that frame all the time. Works really well. And then within those menus as well, you can also customize that. So you can choose the distance. You can have it either close, medium or far, and also adjust that height as well once it's following you. It also has a new mode as well called Spotlight. This is going to be great for photos and videos of you or a group. You see, in this mode, the drone doesn't actually follow you. It's just going to stay stationary, hovering in place. But as you move, the drone will move as well. So say you want to get a photo in a certain location, this is going to ensure that you're centered perfectly. Then you can take the photo or the video direct from the DJI Fly app, and voila, you've got a great selfie or a group photo. But the coolest feature by far is that using the DJI Fly app on your phone, you can actually manually control the DJI NEO. This is something that you could do on the Hover X1, but it wasn't very good. On here, it is fantastic, and it's probably the feature that I've been using the most. I love the ability to actually use manual control. Just take my phone with me, and this drone, I've been able to get the shots. Now, you do have a max distance when you're actually using your phone, but all of these shots here, I was able to get everything just from controlling it via my phone. I can adjust the height, the orientation, start and stop recording. I can even get side tracking shots, all from this. Have a look, it is awesome.
Tell me something, it might just take the pain away. See, I've been thinking a million things I want to say. Now I'm looking in your eyes, but I'm wandering to your lips.
So just like the Hover X1, this is like your perfect selfie drone, a drone to get shots and videos of you or your group in these different locations, but this brings you a lot more features. It's also going to be good if you want to actually vlog with it as well. You see, using that follow mode feature, what you can actually do, you can take this drone off and you can actually record directly into the DJI Fly app using your phone's microphone. So you could have the drone about 10 meters away and actually just record audio into your phone. So it's going to be perfect if you want to actually use this as a vlogging camera.
So with this feature, I can have the drone in front of me and recording audio straight into my iPhone. And as I walk towards the actual drone, it is just moving backwards, keeping me in the frame all the time. If I was to move backwards, you can see now the drone is also following me as well. So it's a really handy way of actually filming yourself whilst also getting decent audio into your phone. Really clever feature. I mean, the drone is semi-loud, but, you know, like when I actually play this back, it does some good noise reduction in the software to actually reduce some of that sound coming from the drone. So now I've also got the drone following me whilst I'm on my bike. So it's going to be really cool for anybody who wants to vlog with just their phone and their drone. I've not got any controllers with me. I've literally just got the drone, one battery, and my phone. This is such a convenient setup.
So we've seen 3 different ways of how you can actually control this drone, but it doesn't stop there. This will also support the FPV Controller 3 and the DJI Goggles 3 as well, giving you that FPV mode, so you can actually fly this drone with the Goggles 3 using this controller, and you can actually even activate manual mode. This is going to be like a really tiny FPV drone as well. It is fantastic that you also get a cinematic drone and an FPV drone all mixed into one. Hence why I said at the start of the video, this is going to be a combination of all those 3 drones. But you can also have one extra. So it's also going to support the Motion Controller 3 as well, using DJI goggles. So you can actually control this drone with the Motion Controller 3 as well, just like you could on the DJI Avata 2. And it also is going to support the Easy Acro mode. So at the flick of this here, you're going to be able to do flips and rolls, all using Easy Acro. So you have 5 different ways of how you can control the DJI NEO. Now, I wasn't able to use any of these FPV modes. You see, the firmware that we got as reviewers, we could only use it with a mobile controller or the DJI N3. But at launch, I have been told that all of the support will be available. So you have 5 different ways of controlling this. And I think that is absolutely fantastic. So we've looked at some of the really cool intelligent flight features on here. Let's have a look at the spec. So the camera on the front, it rotates up and down. It doesn't shoot vertical, it's horizontal only. Now it is a 1/2 inch sensor, and that is really small. It can shoot in up to 4K 30 FPS and 1080p 60. It's 12 megapixel. Now the video and photo quality coming from this is not going to be as good or better than the Mini 4 Pro at all. The point of this is actually taking it with you and getting those shots as a personal selfie drone, or when you're out with the family, getting family shots. And 9 times out of 10, you or your family are going to be viewing that on your phone or iPad. And when you do, it looks really good. If you were to then view that on a really big TV, like a 65-inch plus TV or a really large monitor, that's where the quality can start to fall apart. But this is more of like a social media drone, sharing footage to Instagram, TikTok, just keeping the photos, videos on your phone. But that said, whilst using this, I was actually impressed with the quality coming from the photos and videos, the ability that I was able to actually just take this to these different locations, just take this drone out of my pocket, get my phone and fly this with my phone, taking photos and videos. And I think the quality for this, for the price points I'm going to get onto, and also the camera sensor size, it's more than good enough. Now you'll notice on the drone itself, it doesn't have a memory card slot. It's got 20 gigabytes of internal storage, so you can't put a memory card in here. That's going to be a good thing in case you are one of them people who forget your memory cards. You just want to actually take the drone with you on your phone. You don't need to worry about taking anything else. But it's also going to be a negative as well if you actually want to have a memory card physically in there, like a 128 gigabyte memory card. 20 gigabytes is quite limiting. It means you're going to have to transfer that footage. It has really small 2-inch propellers on here with a propeller guard as well. It's going to give you a lot of confidence. So you could fly this indoors and not worry that it's going to crash or do any serious damage. Because it's so small and lightweight, it's really not going to cause any problems to anything that you're going to crash into, or the drone itself. I have crashed a few times because of a feature that I'm going to come on to, but these propeller guards, they also come off as well. So they just snap off and snap on, and you can take them off. Now, if you do take them off, you're going to get an increasement in battery life. So the battery life on here, let's talk about this. Now, these batteries are absolutely tiny. If you thought the batteries from the DJI Mini were small, then these are just incredible. But you're going to get 17 minutes of battery life per battery. Now in real world, was I getting that? Well, close-ish. I was getting about 13 minutes, depends on the weather conditions. I was actually flying in quite windy conditions. It has a level 4 wind resistance, which is one less than the DJI Mini 4 Pro, and it actually did okay. I wouldn't advise flying this in really strong winds at all, otherwise it's going to blow away completely. But I was pretty impressed how it fights the wind. In these video shots here, it was really windy and it was still able to get really nice and smooth, stable shots. So onto the battery again, 17 minutes of battery life. Now, if you were to take these propeller guards off, like I've took this half off, you're going to get 18 minutes of battery life if you remove completely the DJI propeller guards. Now, if you get the combo version, it's also going to come with this DJI charging hub. I think it's great. This is so lightweight. Again, I thought this was lightweight from the Mini one, but this is remarkable. Now, the good thing about this is you put these batteries in here, so you're going to get 2 extra ones. You're also going to get the one from the drone itself. So you're going to have 3 batteries. So I really recommend, if you're going to get this, get the combo version. Now, if you use a 45-watt charger, when you're actually charging these batteries, it's going to charge all 3 of these batteries simultaneously. This is something we have never seen before on the Mini or the Air or the Mavic drones. They normally charge one at a time. You've got to wait for one to be fully charged, then it'll move on to the next one, and the next one. It can take quite a while. Now, if you're using a 45-watt charger, it charges all 3 at once. If you're using less than a 45-watt charger, it's going to charge 2 batteries at once, and then it'll move on to that last one. So this is really cool and allows you to actually charge your batteries really fast. Now, the drone itself doesn't have any obstacle avoiding sensors, so you do need to be cautious when you're using modes like quick shots and tracking. So for me, I would actually take that 1 minute hit in battery life and keep these propeller guards on. Sure, it might not look as cool, but it just means that the propellers are completely protected. And also, if you're flying it near people or objects, it means there's going to be less damage or injury caused to anybody else. This gives you a lot more confidence now. I've been flying this indoors, it's hit walls and doors, and it's never had any impact to anything. The camera is also protected as well because it's slightly inside of this frame, so the camera's well protected. So keep the propeller guards on. 1 minute, I mean, what are you going to do in 1 minute? Just get more batteries. So overall, this is a mix of that DJI Avata 2 and the DJI Mini 4 Pro drone as relating to DJI features. And I think this is really cool. I'm going to do a comparison with this and the Hover X1 drone, but this blows it away. So considering we've got all of these different intelligent flight features, this could be someone's first drone, so you're never going to miss out on them shots. Now the price is really important, and I think it's actually really impressive. It could have been a lot more, but the price point is fantastic and yet somewhat confusing as well, depending where you're going to be living in the world. So in the UK, the USA, and also EU as well, prices start at just £169, €199 or $199 for the drone and the one battery. Now I would recommend getting the combo version for the extra batteries and the charging hub. That is going to give you a lot more peace of mind. So to get the N3 controller and also the 2 extra batteries and the power hub, that is £299, €349. I think it's a fantastic value for all of this. And this drone, considering it's a mix of the Avata 2, the Hover X1, the Mini 4 Pro, I think it's fantastic. Now, if you're in the USA, you can also get the combo version for just $289. Again, great value. That's going to give you the drone, the charging hub, the 2 extra batteries, but it's not going to give you the DJI N3 controller. This is going to be a separate purchase. So if you're in the US, this is what you're going to get. So I'm not 100% sure why, but that's how it is. So this was my first look at the DJI NEO. I'm going to be covering a lot more on this, especially using some of those FPV functions. But I think the price point on here is amazing. I think the camera quality is okay. I didn't expect it to be fantastic, but for just getting the actual photos and videos in any location without any hassle, just taking this drone with me, I had it in the smallest of bags or in my shorts or jacket pocket, and it was no hassle. I didn't even need to worry about taking a memory card because it's got internal storage. I just took this and my phone and maybe one extra battery, and that was it. The ease of use on here is better than we've ever seen before. So let me know in the comments what you think about this drone. Are you going to go pick it up? I'm going to link this drone at the top of the description. Because of its price point, I think this is going to sell out really fast. So if you do use my link, I really appreciate it as well. That's going to be linked there, and I also put the Amazon link as well as soon as it's available as well. But getting it direct from DJI is going to be the fastest way of picking up one of these, especially at launch. So loads of videos coming out on this as well. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. It really does help out. Subscribe because I've got loads of new content coming really soon, not only on this, but also more features and more tech coming as well. So hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate everybody watching this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.